and I can apply less product, which is what this day is all about. Hello, in today's video, I'm sharing this no foundation, natural, easy, everyday makeup look that can take about 10 minutes. This is a look I do fairly often when I'm trying to get out the door quickly, but I still want to look put together. It enhances my natural features and lets my skin shine through. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I'm using several brands and products throughout the video, but there's one that stands out to me that I reach for a lot when I'm doing this particular look, and that's Merit. I've raved about several of their products on my channel many times, and I've been trying out others and have really fallen in love with them. And I'm really excited to partner with them on this video to share with you just how I got this look. I have sensitive skin. Their products are sensitive skin safe. They're cruelty-free, vegan, and artificial fragrance-free, and they don't include harmful ingredients, artificial ingredients a lot of other brands do. Plus, they use recyclable packaging. What I also love is that they have free shipping over $40 and free returns. Free returns is huge because if something doesn't work, it makes it hassle-free. And every first purchase comes with this really cute ochre makeup bag. This is almost like a purse to me. It's so cute, super versatile. I have been using this to keep all of my Merit products inside so that when I go to do my makeup, it takes even less time. And of course, everything I talk about, Merit products and other products, will be linked in the description box down below. Let's go ahead and get into this super natural, easy, effortless, foundation-free makeup look. On no foundation days, I always opt for a tinted sunscreen over a non-tinted. Even though the main purpose of a tinted sunscreen is to eliminate white cast, the three that I use the most ever so slightly even out my skin a little bit more than a non-tinted sunscreen would. The three that I use do a really great job of blending in quickly and easily. They're not heavy or greasy, and they're all mineral, so they're really nice for my sensitive skin. I'll list these and all the products in today's video in the drop-down description box below the video. So my first step is actually done during skincare a good 10 to 20 minutes before I sit down to do makeup. That way it can sink in thoroughly before I apply anything else to my face. On no foundation, no makeup, minimal makeup days, I always start with my brows because they frame the face. They're normally attached to our face and done when we're younger, so I just like to get them on there, and that way I have something to go off of. The time it takes you to do your brows is going to vary. Mine take longer some days than others. My brows never look perfect. I do the best with what I've got. They're very sparse and uneven, and on days like this, I do them as quickly as possible. I think it took me a minute and a half total today, which is pretty good for me. I like to go ahead and apply a dab of corrector to the darkest discolored parts of my under eye area. You can see what that did right there. I'm using the Bobbi Brown corrector stick in the shade Bisque. It works really well for my light medium skin tone and for my particular discoloration I have underneath my eyes. A tiny bit is all it takes, and this most likely means we can use less concealer later. In my recent facelift with makeup video that a lot of you have seen, I use the Minimalist Perfecting Complexion stick. There are 20 shades. These can be used as contour, bronzer, foundation, concealer. This melts into my skin, gives me time to blend it out because it is a foundation product. And also because of that, it provides a little bit of skin evening. It hides some imperfections while maintaining a natural skin look and feel. I don't always contour on these days, but if I do, it needs to be quick and easy. This product lets me do that. Even if I swipe it directly on the skin, there's just no issues blending. I always bronze my face, and to do that, I swipe some on the back of my hand, swirl the brush around in it. This is the Brush 01, and I just swirl and buff it where the sun would naturally hit me. My forehead, across my nose, my cheeks, a little bit on my chin, and if I need to even out my neck because it's looking a little bit pale now that I've brought some life back to my face, I can add it to my neck and it just blends out so seamlessly. When I'm doing a minimal makeup look, I always use the bronzer that I use on my face on my eyes. You can either take your brush directly into the stick, or you can again swirl the product in the back of your hand, swirl the brush in, tap off some excess because you don't want to go in with too much product. Now I already did this eye. You can see how natural it looks. It's going to look even more natural once our face is all done. And if you remember from my facelift with makeup look, I always keep this angle in mind to keep that lift. This is great for those of you with hooded eyes or anyone, you know, over 40 as we start to droop and lose some elasticity and collagen and facial fat as we get a little bit older. So I'm just going to start with this lower lash line like I did in that video and take it up so that I am creating that lift, and I'm swirling this on my lid and up into the crease. And if I accidentally went below that angle, I'm just gonna take my fingers and wipe it away. Even on very minimal makeup days, our eyes need life and dimension too. My dog started barking, so I had to pause, and we had some cloud cover come through in the meantime, so the lighting is a little bit different, but that's okay. We'll make it work. I'm sure you've heard others rave about the Day Glow Dewy Highlighting Balm. It, like almost all of their other products, is award-winning. This gives a dewy sheen with zero sparkle. Now, there are 3 shades. The shade that I have, Kava, is basically a no pigment shade. It gives a translucent, dewy, true lit from within glow that's kind of undetectable. You don't see highlighter. This glides on my skin beautifully and has fantastic, nourishing, hydrating, moisturizing ingredients that also help plump fine lines. I like to apply this before I go in with my concealer or my blush because I feel like it enhances that lit from within glow even more. I also like to add a little bit of undetectable brightening to the inner corner of my eye and my brow bone. You can pile this product on and you just still won't see it. It is that undetectable. You can see I just have this dewy glow. You may find you don't need concealer right now. You may not have dark under eye circles or hollows that you need to take care of. I'm taking a very minimal amount of a skin-like concealer. This is the Dior Forever Skin Correct in shade 2CR, and I'm using the warmth from my fingers to tap this out very quickly. The first product I tried from Merit, the one that really drew me in, is the Flush Balm Cheek Tint. I've raved about this in the shade Terracotta. I also have the shade Cheeky, which is of course pinker. You can see here on the swatch, here's Cheeky and here's Terracotta. When I'm doing a minimal or a no makeup look, it kind of depends on my mood. If I want to go for a more flushed look or a sun-kissed bronzy look. I'm still kind of trying to decide what I want to go for today. I may combine both. The best way for me personally to blend these out is to just apply them to the cheek and then tap out the edges with my finger or with a brush. And I have to say, this brush is absolutely perfect for these products. I feel like I need a pop of pink. I'm just gonna pop that right there, kind of in front, up high, as we discussed in my facelift makeup video. I'm just gonna diffuse that out. I'm just taking my finger in here and just lightly taking it over my nose too, just to enhance that just come in from the sun look that looks so natural and effortless. Now, if after doing this, you still need to spot conceal in a couple of areas, this is when I do that. I have a couple of spots in this area. I just pinpoint the concealer right on those spots and then tap it out with the warmth of my finger. I have a little spot right on the tip of my nose. I'm going to do that same thing. Sometimes I like to diffuse this lone sunspot over here. I'm going to finish my eyes before I proceed with anything else. You may want to apply mascara and be done at this step. My eyes look smaller now than they used to when I was younger, and they're a little bit more turned down at the outer corner. So I like to do something very, very minimal on these days that really doesn't take any time at all. So for me personally, I like to give the illusion that the corner, the outer corner of my eye is positioned just a little bit higher. It makes me look a little bit more awake, a little bit more lifted, and I do it in a quick and minimal way on these days. I also like to tightline my upper lash line. I like to use brushes during this step. It's more precise than going in with a pencil, and I can apply less product, which is what this day is all about. What I'm keeping in mind is the angle of this lower lash line. If it were to go into infinity, I don't want to go below that. So I place a little tick, keeping my eyes open so that I can see that angle. And it's just really small when I'm looking straight forward. You may not even be able to see it because my eyes are kind of rounded. If I close my eyes, it looks like that line is a little bit long, but when I open them, it's really not. So now I'm taking a wide, flat, tight lining brush, and I'm not going past that line, below that line, and I'm just pressing it right into my lash line. You can also come up from the bottom. I use deep brown eyeshadow for this. I just find it looks more natural than black. I've switched back to that angled brush. I'm darkening that line just a little bit, and now I'm just stamping it, and I'm just building up the outer half of my eye just from the middle of my eye to that little flick, doing that in such a subtle way just on the outer half of the eye, and keeping it pretty close to the lash line just gives the illusion that the angle of my eye is slightly lifted and it makes me look more awake. I think you can see that here even before I have mascara on. You can also see how skin-like everything looks that I have on my face before I set it. You'll be able to see it better once I do apply mascara. Again, this is optional. You don't even have to line your eyes. This is a personal thing that works well for for me, and I think that's important for all of us to note. With any of these videos that you're watching from any creator, you have to adapt things for you and your face shape and your skin. If you have dewy skin or if you like a radiant, glowy look, you may not want to set your face at all. You may want to use a setting spray that just gives a natural finish if you are powder averse. I live in extreme heat and humidity. I do have to set my face no matter what I'm doing. I crease under my eyes. My combination skin that gets oily in my T-zone will have a lot of shine breakthrough if I don't set with powder. Before you go in with powder, be sure you take your finger and just press out any little creases you may have from just moving around and making expressions, both under your eyes and on your eyelids, because we do want to also set our eyelids so product won't move around and mascara won't smudge. The key to keeping it looking really natural is using a sheer translucent powder under your eyes and on your face, and even if you dust it on with a brush initially, pressing it into your skin with a puff or a sponge, damp or dry, will fuse it with your skin, with the other makeup, so that it looks really natural versus it sitting on top of your face. I went ahead and curled my lashes and put on mascara, and you can see how everything's kind of peeking through that setting powder because we used a sheer powder and kind of fused it with the skin. Now for lips, I'm using one of my favorite lip products. I have shared my love for the Shade Slick Tinted Lip Oil in the shade Taupe several times on my channel. I also have the shade Pink Beat, so you can see Taupe here swatched and kind of blended out, and then here's Pink Beat. This is kind of a hybrid product to me between a lip oil, a lip stain, and a lip gloss. These aren't traditional lip oils in that they have more to them that helps nourish lips and minimize the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. They have rosehip oil, omega fatty acids, shea butter, and grapeseed oil, and other ingredients that are fantastic for lips, but they give a tint while mimicking a plump, supple lip. If you don't like traditional lip gloss, if you find it sticky or heavy, you may like lip oils. I find that to be the case. A lot of people who don't like lip glosses do like lip oils because they have some slip, they hydrate and nourish, and there's no stickiness. To me, this is a very natural yet put together look that lets my skin shine through, and it didn't take a lot of time. I have all of these products as well as extras that I didn't share in the video listed and linked for you down below. And remember, on Merit's website, you have free shipping over $40 and free returns, and every first purchase comes with this little bag that I have found so handy. I hope you found this video helpful and enjoyable. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already and you enjoy everyday beauty made easy. If you didn't catch my facelift with makeup video, I'll have it linked here for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!